CBD, CBD, CBD. Did I get your attention? I did, right? I woke you up because it calms you down. These days, it seems like people are putting CBD in everything. I do. I'm completely full of it everywhere I could possibly have it. There's a lot of noise about it. That people talk about it. They chat about it. There's pamphlets. But there's one company from Vermont that's worth the hype, and that is Sunsoil. And that is really cool because it can help you in your daily routine. Some people have a lot of anxiousness or they just want to calm down. Sunsoil, it makes CBD oil that is USDA certified organic. CBD is made from hemp plants. You know what hemp plants are. So how the hemp is grown really matters. Say it with me. How the hemp is grown really matters. Sunsoil farms their hemp in Vermont. That's in the United States. And they never use pesticides. That's a big point, by the way. Sunsoil is a good product. They have fair prices because Sunsoil farms their hemp and makes their CBD oil in-house. Their prices are less than half the price of other brands. So you get organic CBD at an unbeatable price. You can't beat it. It's CBD. Why beat it? Sunsoil makes CBD oil with simple organic ingredients. So get 30% off your first order by going to sunsoil.com/Bob. That's right. That's sunsoil.com/Bob for 30% off your first order. That again, if you didn't hear me the third time, it's sunsoil.com/Bob. Throw some bedding on a bunch of different mattresses and sure, they all look alike. Same goes for pillows, right? But peel away the layers, which I do every day like an onion, and look at what's inside and you'll see they aren't all created equal. And that's what makes Purple pillow and mattresses unlike anything you've ever slept on. The Purple Grid sets the Purple mattress apart from every other mattress. It's patented. It's got comfort technology that instantly adapts to your body's natural shape and sleep style. And they've got over 1,800 open air channels in there designed to neutralize body heat. Purple's proprietary technology has been innovating comfort for over 15 years. And I can really see it in all the parts of my body because I was all bent out of shape. But Purple changed my life. Experience the Purple Grid and you'll sleep like never before. Go to purple.com/Bob10 and use promo code Bob10. That's BOB10. For a limited time, you'll get 10% off any order of $200 or more. That's purple.com/Bob10, promo code Bob10 for 10% off any order of $200 or more. Terms apply. Hello, it is Bob again. And I'm here for you. Titling is so bizarre, but welcome to another episode where I call people. I call you guys. You've left messages on that number that's up at the top of the thing. You know what I'm saying. And I let you know on Twitter and Instagram stories or Facebook where I'm going to be calling people and see how you guys are or whatever you want to talk about. Sometimes I'm suggested to, I'm real good with grammar. It's been suggested to me to pick a topic, but I don't know. People seem to be all over the place because the world is so upside down, which I don't mind being in the upside down. But why is Stranger Things taking 3 years to get the next season? I know we've been in quarantine, but those kids are going to be 40 by the time the thing airs, and I want to see what happens. I'm going to call Paul Reiser, my friend, and find out what's going on. Anyway, I've name dropped. I've said the name of the show. I want to tell you to rate and review and, comment. Positive stuff, only positive, because you'll go negative now that I said that. Damn it, I fucked myself up. Oh, he said fuck. Damn it, we can't listen. I'm sending my best to all you peeps that are out there. I call peeps because I think there's those little bunny candies, more than marshmallow. I knew somebody that loved them. They're shitty. I don't know. Shitty peeps. That's what I'm coming out with. With all the great tastes of poo. Well, I've just lost another 14 people. But I want to thank you for listening and for being so kind with all your comments because it's quite meaningful to me to be able to do this. I'm doing it because I want to. So here we go. I'm going to call somebody that her name is Cricket. How do you not want to talk to that? As a comedian, you normally don't like crickets because that means nobody's laughing. But I can't hear you now anyway, and you're not laughing. Why should you? But maybe I'll say something clever, or maybe Cricket will be funny. Who knows?
Hello.
Hey, Cricket, it's Bob Saget. How are you?
Oh, wow. Hi. I'm good. How are you?
I'm
Happy Friday.
Thank you. TGIF.
Oh, yes, of course.
So Cricket's a cool name. How did you get named that? Was someone a big fan of Pinocchio or?
Well, my mom and dad actually, they were, I don't know, kind of naturey and philosophical with their middle names. And that's my middle name. My brother's is Rock, and I'm Cricket. So they kind of like found hidden meanings, I guess, with it. And
That's
what
really
they did.
cool. That's very cool. I mean, it's not like they named you Stump or something, or Log. That's a sweet
Yes.
name. Cricket is like a cute name. And back in the 50s, there was a TV show, and I'm trying to remember who Cricket was. I think it was Connie Stevens. I'm not sure, but that you wouldn't know that. But so now I heard from my producer that you had something that you're going through right now that just happened recently.
Yeah. In December of 2019, our family cat passed away, and she was 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 19 years old. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Did she have a fake ID?
Honestly, she probably could have.
Was she kind of human-like?
I mean, yeah, like we'd be like dinner time. She would come over. We would hang. She would watch TV. She was really a really family oriented, I guess.
Right. So you lost a member of the family because it's true. It really is a member of the family when you have a pet that long.
Oh yeah. I mean, one of my first memories was going to go pick her up. So.
And did she have to get put down? Is that what happened?
Yeah, so it was actually a couple days before Christmas, and we had family flying in that day, and she wasn't eating, and so we were like, let's just bring her to the vet. We thought couldn't be too bad. So we brought her to the vet, and she was fine, and on the way, so they, gave her, they did some procedures on her, and she was kind of out of it. And so right as she got home, she was, pretty much downhill from there. And then my dad was, bringing people home from the airport, and so we had family coming, and so it was nice to have family, but it was sad.
Yeah, it's very sad. I had a dog named Alan. We named him after our dentist, and he only got to live 9 years. He was a King Charles Spaniel, and he ended up with cancer, and I tried to get him chemo and radiation, and that's not a value of life. Yeah. And then after the suffering, we put him down as a family. And it's very. Did you do it as a group? Did you do it together?
So we waited until the next morning to bring her in, and when I went to bed, I was just hoping she would just peacefully pass in her sleep. And so we woke up really early the next day, and I was like, dang it, why? I wish she was still breathing. She was clearly on the last limb. And so we wrapped her up, and then it was my mom, my dad, and me, and we drove. And right as we left the driveway, she took her last breath, and it's she kind of knew she was going to a place that she didn't want to be.
Right.
And so yeah, I was crying. I was telling my dad, I was she's just like us. She knew that we were, didn't want to pay for the medication. She's one of us. It was funny at the time, but now I'm
right.
Oh, I can't believe I said that.
Well, he saved on medication. She was very thoughtful. So.
Yes.
And what was her? Oh, it says here her name was Gigi.
Yes.
That's a cute name.
Thanks. There's a funny story that goes with that. So, it's Chinese. Well, it was my grandmother. I don't know if I can say this, but it was the family name for the upper region of a woman. That was what they would call them.
Oh, this is my podcast. You can say this.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that was so it means boobies. And my mom was why don't we name her Gigi? And she's I like that name. And it turns out it's not even a real word in Chinese. It was just a pet name.
Oh no. That's horrible when you're trying
So
to name something after boobies and it's not even the right word.
yeah,
It's so embarrassing.
but yeah,
Well, I'm
no,
glad
it's
you.
funny. I'm like, yeah, my cat's name is Boobies. So
In another world because it's not a word.
yes.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss. A lot of people. My wife has one dog alive at this moment and lost her other dog. And we live in Los Angeles, and her sister, sweet sister, took care of both of her dogs and kept them in Chicago. And they were little Maltese, they were cute ones. And one of them had to get put down because it was just too much pain. And the other one right now isn't doing very well. So it's so hard because you really do. People don't understand it, how much you, well,
Mhm.
a lot of people do. But people that are listening right now, many have animals and wouldn't know what to do if they didn't have their dog or their cat. Or I had a bird. I had a, my mother wouldn't let me get a dog, so I had a bird that lived 14 years named Caesar, and he was a cockatiel, which has the red cheeks and the kind of like a cockatoo with the head goes up, but they're smaller, and the crown,
Oh my
whatever.
god.
And he used to
Mhm.
talk, and he would say, "What's the matter, boy?" and "Hello, bubula," and it was quite weird. And he used to bite my mother, and so my mom, after 14 years, the vet gave her some drops and said, "You got to give him to the bird." And I came home from school, and I was about 15, I think, 16. And she had
Mhm.
a latex glove on, a rubber glove, holding the bird that you could never touch, like squeezing it like an ankh. Like, I think his eyes
Oh
were
my god.
bulging out, trying to put drops in his mouth, and he wasn't taking them. So she just killed the bird, basically. And then we buried him under the apple tree in our apartment complex. It was pretty pathetic. The end of Caesar, but he was named Caesar, and that he didn't end well either. The famous dude. But I'm real sorry for your loss, and I know you're gonna get another one. You're gonna get a new cat.
Yes. We've been it's just been really busy right now, and I guess now's the perfect time. I mean, I'm home doing school and stuff, so
Right. It's nice. That would
definitely.
be a nice time to get a cat right now,
Yeah.
or a new pet, because we're all getting through this confined life, and whatever love
Mhm.
you can get and give is kind of what keeps you going right now.
For sure. Yeah, at first my mom was like, "No." She's like, "No, we can't get another pet." And it was really hard for her too because when my brother and I went to college, it was just her and the cat at home, and so it was definitely really hard for her to think of the idea that she had more love to give to another animal.
Right.
But I think it's kind of warming up to her
Well,
now
she
that,
she will.
you
She
know,
will. It's very hard. It's very hard when you lose a pet and you have a relationship with it, and you go, "Well, that's just Gigi." That
yeah.
that and you can't replace. I mean, I didn't get another dog because I didn't want to go through what I went through with Alan. Some people can do that, but I miss him too much. And my girls all took it really hard too. My three daughters, because he would their mom and I got divorced when we just got him. And then, so for 9 years, he was my son. It was like joint custody on Alan, the King Charles Spaniel. And he would go from house to house where, 1 week at my house, 1 week at their mom's house. And so he was quite a love. He always slept in a bed with one of my daughters. And I think they messed him up because one of my daughters pulled him on a bike with training wheels and made him run. And those long backed dogs, they can't run like that. It's really dangerous for them. And I think one of his vertebrae got kind of messed up, but I don't think it gave him uh, prostate cancer, which is what he got. So, oh well, life goes on, and you just love them while you got them. You know.
Definitely. I remember I wrote in my journal like a quote that I found about how like to the animal, like they're all they ever know, and like but to us, we can have multiple pets, but to that animal,
Right.
that's that's their life. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm. You sound like you're recovering pretty well. I'm really happy you called me, and I hope your next cat is even more interesting. And won't take the place of Gigi, but maybe you could name it after another part of the body that's not quite as well. I don't know. That's probably the safest one.
Yeah, I mean, my mom was like, how do you say penis in Chinese? Like that, because we want a boy. And she's like asking around, like, her mother-in-law, my grandma. And so who knows? It might be named something phallic too.
I don't know what that name would be. I guess it would be Ow, I think. Something like that. That's me saying the wrong joke. Well, that would be the next name. I hope your next cat is not named that.
Who knows?
Well, you don't know. It might be fun. It might make it all fun. So take care of yourself. Thank you for calling me. It was really sweet.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for calling.
Thanks, Cricket. My best to your family and to your mom who named Gigi.
For sure.
Okay.
I'll definitely pass it along.
Good. Take care.
Thanks. You too.
Bye-bye. I mean, there's so many things I wanted to say there, but I can't. I can't say them. You know, I mean, you call in The Jerk with Steve Martin, he called his dog Shithead. I mean, that's just damn funny. And I don't know. I mean, there's so many things you could call a dog that have to do with parts of the body. And we'll be right back. Throw some bedding on a bunch of different mattresses, and sure, they all look alike. Same goes for pillows, right? But peel away the layers, which I do every day like an onion, and look at what's inside, and you'll see they aren't all created equal. And that's what makes Purple pillow and mattresses unlike anything you've ever slept on. The Purple Grid sets the Purple mattress apart from every other mattress. It's patented. It's got comfort technology that instantly adapts to your body's natural shape and sleep style. And they've got over 1,800 open air channels in there designed to neutralize body heat. Purple provides a cooling effect other mattresses just can't replicate. And this cutting edge technology doesn't stop with the mattress. Every Purple pillow is engineered with the Grid for total head and neck support and absolute airflow, so you're always on the cool side of the pillow. Purple's proprietary technology has been innovating comfort for over 15 years, and I can really see it in all the parts of my body because I was all bent out of shape. But Purple changed my life. Purple is, I don't know what to say. They're confident in what they do, and every product comes with a risk-free trial. Who doesn't like that? If you're going to court, you want a risk-free trial. Purple has financing available, by the way, as low as 0% APR for qualified customers, and monthly payments are easy on your budget, and there's no hidden fees. But that's not what it's about. It helps, but it's about being comfortable. You can try every Purple product risk-free with free shipping and returns, and Purple has financing available as low as 0% APR for qualified customers. You want to sleep good? You want the air to be cool? You want to be cool? Well, you got to do this. Experience the Purple Grid and you'll sleep like never before. Go to purple.com/Bob10 and use promo code Bob10. That's BOB10. For a limited time, you'll get 10% off any order of $200 or more. That's purple.com/Bob10, promo code Bob10 for 10% off any order of $200 or more. Terms apply. Okay, here's a question, and you can answer it whenever you feel like it. Which of my online searches does the government have a right to know about? What if I'm looking up a pony with duck feet? I might be. We don't know. What if I'm looking up, elderly people looking for love in other states? I don't know why I'd be doing that. What if I'm looking up popcorn that doesn't pop? Do I want anybody to know about that? No. None of the above things I've listed. If you have ExpressVPN, you're protected. Without ExpressVPN, though, if you don't have their protection, hackers, governments, ad companies, and ISPs all have full access to your data. I don't want them using my web history. You don't want to know it. Or video searches against me. That's not right. I can't be canceled. That's why I use ExpressVPN every time I go online. ExpressVPN encrypts and reroutes your web traffic to any number of countries, keeping you safer and secure. Simply download the ExpressVPN app, Click to connect, and boom, you're protected. That's right, I said boom. With ExpressVPN, you can make it seem like you're browsing from a different country, so you can watch any Netflix library in the world that you want. That's pretty cool. ExpressVPN is the fastest VPN that I've tried. It costs less than $7 per month, and it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's time to stop governments and internet companies from keeping tabs on your data. Take back your online privacy like I did with ExpressVPN. And protect your online activity today and find out how you can get 3 months free at expressvpn.com/Bob. That's expressvpn.com/Bob for 3 months free with a 1-year package. Visit expressvpn.com/Bob to learn more. And that's how I talk just when I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed.com/honey. Good night. Okay, we are back, and I'm going to call somebody who has a cool name. It's Sabrina. It could be a teenage witch or an Audrey Hepburn movie, so you got a lot to pick from there. She's in Long Island, according to what I'm noticing, and it sounds like she loves comedy.
Hello?
Hi, Sabrina. It's Bob Saget calling.
Oh, my God. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Oh, this is a spectacular surprise.
Oh, thank you. I've never been called spectacular or inferred.
Well, it's so late in the day, and it's the end of the week, so you're you're not on the East Coast,
No,
you're on the West Coast.
Yeah, I'm in LA. And you're in Long Island?
Oh. Yeah, I'm in New York. I'm in Long Island.
So what's your deal? Are you working from home? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I'm working from home. I work remotely. Hold on just 1 second. So I work remotely from home. And
who is that you were talking to?
I happen to be at Party City. I'm picking up balloons for my mother-in-law's birthday.
Oh my God! Is it okay? Am I messing you up by talking to you while you're at Party City?
No, if we're not flexible, what else can we be right now? So
right?
No, they will wait. They will have my balloons.
Are you wearing a mask as we talk?
I just stepped outside and took it off so that I would be clearer.
Oh my goodness! I'm so sorry to take you from Party City.
No, it's quite all right. It's quite all right. You are much more important. I'm so happy to talk to you. This is great. You totally saved the day.
Mutual. So has it been a rough day? We've all been going through a weird time.
It's been a rough day. I got a new CPA office that hired me for a couple of days a week, and there was all kinds of IT issues. I had lots of work to do on my first day, and I got none of it done because of computer problems,
right?
Login issues, and then HR paperwork. So that means next week is going to suck a little bit more because there's that much more work to do. But at the end of the day, I cooked dinner and I sat and ate dinner with my family, and now I'm getting balloons because there's something to celebrate. So,
well, this is great.
Whatever sucks is really not that bad.
No, and balloons don't suck unless you fill them with nitrous oxide, and that's not real laughs. So that's dangerous. That was back in the day.
Speaking of which, we just showed our 6-year-old Little Shop of Horrors, and he didn't know what the laughing gas was, so he just thought Steve Martin was crazy in that scene in the dentist office. We couldn't really explain to him what laughing gas is because he has no experience.
That is a very, very special movie, Little Shop of Horrors. It really is.
Oh, yeah.
It is great. And I just heard recently that Rick Moranis was assaulted by somebody on the streets of New York City. And it makes me...
You didn't see the video?
No. Is it real bad?
There's a video. It's harsh. He was totally sucker punched, and he went straight down.
But why in God's name is that the person? That's how bad we are right now? That one of the sweetest, most beloved guys that we miss in movies so much, who just did a commercial with Ryan Reynolds, and I loved seeing Rick so much. And it's like some guy hits him. That's the world we're in?
Yeah, just a little guy walking on the Upper East Side. I think he wasn't Rick Moranis in that moment. He was a symbol of what's happening in Manhattan, in New York, all over the country, all over the world. And
the gentleman who did it probably didn't know that he was going to be on camera, didn't even think about it. But, we don't know the circumstances of what might have happened 2 minutes before, just for, shadow of a doubt.
I'm sure, familiar with Rick, he's vicious, he's ready to attack. He's a ninja. So, he had to stop the sweetest guy in the world who's done nothing but, try to deal with life and make people happy over the years. So shame on that person. And I hope they get...
Going into the city now is scary. I feel bad for people who live in Manhattan.
Well,
I saw, Seinfeld put something in the New York Times, didn't he, about how New York will come back? And,
yeah.
It was a really big deal that he wrote that.
And I believe it. And I have a daughter that lives downtown and a daughter that lives in Brooklyn. And they are, they're not seeing what's getting reported. And so they're going out at night, and it's maybe because of where they live that they're not right in the middle of it. But I know other people that are, incredibly concerned. That a friend that owns a couple restaurants that are wonderful, and he's not, he's got a whole life he has to rebuild when this is over. But the violence and things that are happening in major cities that are not as bad as that's what we're all fearful of, is what's going to happen in the next couple months. I don't want to wish my life away, but 2020 would be nice to be over.
I know. Well, between COVID and the protests and the violence, and then businesses going down and the layoffs, I heard the airlines are going to have another slew of layoffs just in time for what would have been the seasonal travel, which is probably not going to happen because of COVID. So I don't know how much better the next year is going to look, but I know everybody should really do some good tax planning with their purchase choices for the end of the year, says the bookkeeper in finance. Make good decisions so that you can get as many write-offs and benefits as you can
right
before 2021.
Well, we've learned that you can write anything off from the past few weeks. I mean, you can write your kid off. I don't know how that happens.
Well, now, how much are you spending on your hair? Because I hear it's a really big expense.
I look up to people that spend a lot on their hair. So my hair is actually bright orange as well now. I look more like Rick Astley as an older man. But, yeah, I've got kind of a howdy-doody kind of look. Yeah, I just think you got to be careful how you file deductions, And I don't know how much is... we just don't know all the facts because we're not seeing actual documentation of anything. But I also believe certain news sources more than others. And I don't know. I'm so sick of all of it. We are all exhausted. And then there's people that want to be violent. And I have no tolerance for that. I'm done with it. So we need to stop the violence.
I got to say, we have really, we have toned down just about everything we do. So I get news mostly from Facebook and podcasts and things like that. I don't watch the news. I don't read newspapers. I'm really trying to make it so when I wake up in the morning, all I think about is taking care of the people that are closest to me. And even if they live far away, taking care of them, sending care packages. And I've sent bagels to Virginia, cheesecakes to Florida, bringing people joy. And then when I go to bed at the end of the day, I don't have a knot in my stomach and that hard feeling in your heart of the stress that you can't control.
Well, you're smart.
That's what we learned that the whole quarantine, it's a survival technique. It's the only way to
output positivity and to help people when you can. That's what I'm doing here when I do this. It's my connection. I have
you're reaching out to human beings and reminding us that we get to be human and you're one of the only other people I've spoken to today. I just look at a computer screen and send emails. I don't talk to people. I think that's why
we need to do that. We actually need to do that. I went to a COVID test this morning because I was on a trip and someone was exposed. So I've been having 5 different tests in the past 8 days. And I drove in a car in line, and you wear a mask and you don't open your window, and then you swab your mouth and you put it in a thing. And then, it's some bad sci-fi movie mixed with a miniature golf course of driving. And then it would look like the DMV. And then I put it in a big trash can in 100-degree heat. God knows what's going to happen to my saliva. It's probably going to dry up like an old something you pulled out of your nose. I don't know what. Yeah, but I think it sounds to me like comedy is something that has helped you through this time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The more dick jokes and poop jokes, the better. I mean,
Don't get them
funny.
confused with. Don't put them too close together, because that's a whole other
Well,
kind of virus. That's a different one.
but like really, if everything right now is so cold and dehumanizing, and there's violence and there's illness, sometimes just hearing like somebody talk about a bukkake can get you through the day, and it sounds ridiculous, but like that's how we have to get really raunchy to balance the universe. Everything is so awful on one end that we can get totally gross on the other, and it brings us to a happy medium. And you can laugh with your partner and sit and not be stressed out because Bill Burr says something completely inappropriate, or Jim Jeffries
it's
goes
so
off
funny
the rails.
that these are my friends, So Bill was over my house a couple weeks ago, and we had a cigar, not the same one. We had two separate ones, and he was smoking one end, and I was the other, and then we met in the middle, and now we're engaged. We're registered.
Oh, like Lady and the Tramp style.
Exactly, the spaghetti, and we're registered at Crate and Crate, but he and I. I was talking about cancel culture with him and how I'm not allowed to say this anymore, and I don't want to say anything that's misogynistic or going to offend. He says, Bob, fuck it. Just do what you do. Just do it. What are you going to stop apologizing? You're a good person if they think that's what you do. And I've had people, Gilbert Gottfried years ago on a Comedy Central roast, said something terrible about me as part of the roast, because that's what a roast is. But it was beyond offensive. And now people will tweet that because they're 19 and they'll say it's a fact that it happened. They don't even know the source of it. Everybody could literally make up something and cancel somebody in a second. You could actually do harm to someone's public life or personal life. So
well, Gilbert almost got taken out with some.
Yeah, he did.
Some kind of controversy, I remember.
Yeah, it was a tsunami, and he was doing puns about it, and it was tragedy. And Gilbert's thing is when something terrible happens, he will do the, too soon joke. He'll do it the moment it happens. And people... Well,
I remember comedians in cars getting coffee, and Seinfeld is interviewing Steve Harvey. And Steve Harvey says, I hate to tell people, but when tragedy strikes, we have the joke that night. We may not be able to say it, but it's already written. We already know what's funny about a terrible situation.
I've been doing it all week and deciding not to hit send because not to tweet it, because I'll tweet something and I'll show it to my wife and she'll say, Bob, I think about the other people that are going to read this. And it's true. I mean, you're sending bagels to Virginia to help people, but if you accidentally send them to a hate group, don't have the return address on there.
So let me ask you this. I need like fatherly Bob Saget type advice.
Okay.
Now, I know what my father would say. So my 6-year-old is very funny. He's very cultured. He gets a lot of stuff from my husband and I want to introduce him to stand-up. And the only one that I can show him right now is like Seinfeld or Gaffigan, because they're clean, quote.
Yeah,
Who else is out there that I can expose him to?
Oh, I would.
Because you're friends with some of these people.
Yeah, Brian Regan. Brian Regan is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Every special, he could do a special a week. He is a machine, and he's clean, and it's interesting when you watch certain people and you go, did they curse? Because it felt like it. Mike Birbiglia is someone. And, it's funny. If you look on Twitter and you see what Mike's outputting, you go, whoa, I don't want my kid hearing a bunch of political stuff. But that's not what Mike does in his stand-up. It's thoughtful. It's about life. It's about his kid, about his wife. And Jim Gaffigan is full of that. And, of course, he went through his catharsis with what he needed to do. And he didn't back down, and I love him to death. And he's, people are sensitive, and they can take but so much of what really upsets them, no matter who they are, as long as they're not acting it out in dangerous ways. And he's
Right.
a hilarious, wonderful person. So I would also say, Gaffigan, you can go through many, many specials with your 6-year-old. Trying to think of what other people your 6-year-old would really like.
I'm thinking Tom Papa. Maybe I might have to
I think Tom
rewatch
Papa
and
definitely.
see.
No, definitely Tom Papa. Tom's a friend, and he is fully consumable. I didn't mean to say that. I'm not attracted to him, although he does have a cute. His glasses and his nose combo are cute. We have a nose and eyes off when we see each other because we both look like our nose comes off with our glasses. But he's great. He's great.
Okay.
Brian Regan would be somebody to really go up on and find in Netflix or Amazon or wherever it is. Well, take care of yourself, Sabrina. Go back and get those balloons, and happy birthday to your mom, right?
My mother-in-law, yes.
Oh, your
She's
mother-in-law.
Very excited to hear that I got to speak to you.
Oh,
yeah.
Good. Well, send her my best. Thanks for talking to me so long in a parking lot or wherever you are. Be safe.
I know. I'm just strolling around, but I'm just so happy to hear from you. Yeah, the crazies you're out today. All right.
Take care of yourself.
I'll let you go. Thank you so much. You too, Bob. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll see you at a gig backstage someday.
Okay, we'll do. I promise.
It will happen again. We will be out in the world. It will happen.
I'll be there.
Okay, bring the balloons.
Okay, you got it.
Okay, have a great night.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks, Bob. Bye.
Bye-bye. So sweet. We are going to take a little break, and then, you know what we'll do? We'll be right back. That's what I say as a professional, but everybody says it, so it's kind of not original, but here we go. CBD, CBD, CBD. Did I get your attention? I did, right? I woke you up because it calms you down. These days, it seems like people are putting CBD in everything. I do. I'm completely full of it. Everywhere I could possibly have it. There's a lot of noise about it. That people talk about it. They chat about it. There's pamphlets. But there's one company from Vermont that's worth the hype, and that is Sunsoil. And that is really cool because it can help you in your daily routine. Some people have a lot of anxiousness or they just want to calm down. Sunsoil, it makes CBD oil that is USDA certified organic. CBD is made from hemp plants. You know what hemp plants are. So how the hemp is grown really matters. Say it with me. How the hemp is grown really matters. Sunsoil farms their hemp in Vermont. That's in the United States. And they never use pesticides. That's a big point, by the way. No pesticides, herbicides, or GMOs. And it has very simple ingredients. And I try to be mindful about what I'm putting in my body. I have nothing in my body right now. And that's why I love Sunsoil, because it's made from simple ingredients that I can pronounce and I could ingest. Many of their products contain coconut oil and hemp, and that's it. Maybe some air. I don't know if it's out in the air. But Sunsoil is a good product. They have fair prices because Sunsoil farms their hemp and makes their CBD oil in-house. Their prices are less than half the price of other brands. So you get organic CBD at an unbeatable price. You can't beat it. It's CBD. Why beat it? Sunsoil makes CBD oil with simple organic ingredients. So get 30% off your first order by going to sunsoil.com/Bob. That's right. That's sunsoil.com/Bob for 30% off your first order. That again, if you didn't hear me the third time, it's sunsoil.com/Bob. Mirrors, mirrors on the walls. What's the best brand that's for my balls? That's it. I didn't write it, but I believe it. Manscaped. Manscaped, of course. That's right. Hold up. Is that a nose pube? Good thing our partners at Manscaped are here to ensure you're taking care of your manhood and your nose hairs with their new Performance Package. And they're separate items. You don't go from manscaping your balls to then manscaping your nose pube. And by the way, if you have a pube in your nose, congratulations. I do have a problem. I must tell you, as I've gotten older, I've had more Yoda ear hair. I like to trim those holes. I like to trim my ear holes and my nose holes. I've had problems. I'm serious. If you're filming like I get filmed, and then it's done with a high def, and you can see all the little nooks and crannies as you blow it up on the screen, you can see the hairs on the ears or the hairs in the nose and the trees in the hole. And I don't like it. You can see it. I don't want to have ear hair, so I am groomed. I keep shaving ears and nose And I even shave the inside of my mouth. It's painful to pull your nose hair out. You don't want to be doing that. You could cause wounds inside your nostril cavities, in your ears. Don't pull those hairs out. You got to manscape them. They've got so many devices. And listen to this. Manscaped Performance Package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Included in this package is the Weed Whacker ear, nose, and hair trimmer, which is waterproof and uses a 9,000 RPM motor powered 360 degrees by a rotary dual blade system. I'm not lying to you. I used it last night, and my ears have never felt smoother. The inside of them is like a baby's something. This nose and ear hair trimmer provides proprietary skin-safe technology, which helps prevent nicks, snags, and tugs in those delicate holes. And darn, my holes are delicate. Look, fellas, I'm talking to you, fellas. 79% of partners polled admitted that long nose hair is a major turnoff. You don't want to see one of those. He loves me, she loves me not, whatever. Why not use the best tools for the job in there? This bundle includes the Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer. I use it. The best trimmer on the market for your balls, butt, and body. It's so graphic, but it works. Let's not forget their famous liquid formulations, the Crop Preserver, Ball Deodorant, and Crop Reviver Ball Toner to maximize your ball hygiene routine. If there were products and ad copy made for anybody, I'm the guy for this one. Get the Performance Package, even it's called a package. Get it now to receive their 2 free gifts, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. I have both. Hello. Also, you will receive a replaceable blade every 3 months to keep your weed whacking and lawn mowing time clean and enjoyable. There's nothing you'll like better. Being with your kids is nothing like replacing that blade every 3 months in your weed whacking and lawn mowing cleaning products. The Performance Package is the best value that Manscaped has to offer. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code SAGET20 at manscaped.com. That's SAGET20 at manscaped.com. Thank you, Manscaped, for making our holes look sexy and feel so smooth, it's beautiful. Don't forget, get 20% off and free shipping with the code SAGET20, SAGET20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code SAGET20. What are you waiting for? Go whack your weeds. All right, we're back. I have one more person to call because it looks like an interesting story to me. His name is Dan. I'm going to call Dan right now. And it sounds like he's a very good man from the notes here that I have. So what happens is when you call, I get notes on you guys. And once in a while, I get to hear the messages, which I like, but I don't like to tip it too much.
Hello.
Dan, it's Bob Saget. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I'm just, we're all hanging in, right?
Yeah, we are. Bob Saget.
That's me.
You got me while I was having dinner with the family, but I'll take a few minutes with you.
Oh, yeah, I just need a few minutes. Tell your family hi. I'm sorry to interrupt.
It's Bob Saget, the actor from Full House. You know, Danny Tanner. Yeah, you want to say hi to Danny Tanner? I don't believe it's you, Bob. You're on speaker.
Hi, everybody. It's Bob. I hope you're having a good dinner. I'm sorry to interrupt your meal. I apologize. What was that, Dan?
Got a podcast. I called it podcast.
Yes. I just had a question for you because it sounds like you've been through a lot of stuff, but is this a bad time to ask you about it? No,
it's perfect time. I just left the room.
I wanted the listeners just to know what you've been going through because it sounds like you're just an incredible guy.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it sounds it. So fill me in
Hold on
now.
a second, Bob.
Yeah.
I'm on a podcast right now.
That's something you didn't hear 10 years ago. I can't talk. I'm on a podcast. So what is your current vocation? You got the whole family there having dinner. It sounded like 5 people. Is that right?
Yes. I got my wife and 3 children.
Oh, congrats. That's a gift. That's the gift that gets us through a difficult time for sure.
Yeah, well, they're all homeschooling now.
Right. I should have been homeschooled. I had a pretty bad life.
I
would have loved a pandemic.
No kidding. I was dumb as a tree stump back in my school days.
I actually was a tree stump. I was made. I met this guy named Geppetto, and he turned me into a real boy. So I got nothing.
I can see that.
Right. So now I did say that you're a postal worker here. So what's the deal with that, and what's going on?
It's been difficult. I know there's been a lot of misinformation out there, especially from our top guy, which is just crazy. But things seem to be leveling out right now as far as holding mail back. We're not doing that anymore. But there's a lot of...
You were holding mail back?
Oh, yeah. I'm talking hundreds of thousands of pieces of mail every single day.
How can you do that? Isn't it against the law?
It is against the law. And I don't know how they were bypassing all of our regulations. And it was a pretty united front on, craft employees and managers to not do that. We were doing everything we could to get as much out as we can, but we don't have complete control over the mail that's coming into our office because it's coming from other places.
Right.
Well, it's troubling times, but...
What city do you live in?
I'm in Tarpon. Oh, I live in Florida, down in Florida, Newport Richey.
So, do you think Florida was more of a culprit of that whole mail holdback? Because nobody believes that this really happened.
I think it was nationwide, honestly. As far as we all know, it was happening everywhere. It was only for a few weeks, and then everything just kind of grinded to a halt, and we went back to normal. Were you able to get all those hundreds of thousands of mail documents out?
Yeah,
everything. I mean, we delivered everything. Everything got delivered. We don't keep it all. It's going to go out.
So obviously, it feels like it was designed around the election, right?
Well, I can't really comment on that.
No, you can't. I'm sorry.
Hatch responsibilities, but
yeah,
it was definitely strange for sure.
So maybe
did create a lot of distrust with us amongst the community, but for the most part, everybody knows their mailman. I've known my customers for 7 years.
Right.
So, I always tell people, if you have questions about what's going on with the mail, ask your guy. He's there every day. She's there every day.
Yeah. Is it possible, like on the conveyor belts, that things go around in a circle, that like chewing gum got caught in it? Could that have been what happened in every state?
It could be.
Maybe the problem is chewing gum, and then everybody accidentally dropped it into the the gears.
When I delivered up in Boston for 6 years, somebody's finger went through one of those belts, and that was an issue.
Wow. And the other thing that it says here in my notes is that you are a combat veteran.
Yes, I served in the invasion of Iraq in 2003.
Well, thank you for your service, seriously.
You're welcome. I had mentioned we're not, my wife says, don't talk politics.
Right. No, actually, we're not. I mean, you actually tell her that I started to ask a question and you deviated because you have to be true to your school.
Yes.
Yeah.
He tried, but I deviated.
No, it wasn't even politics. I just was curious about the mail, which is...
He's just asking about the Postal Service, that's all.
And then I stopped. Tell her we're on to the combat veteran part.
Yeah. We're good. But, I served for 5 years. It was an incredible experience. I was in the Navy Seabees. Most people don't even know what that is.
No.
It's construction battalions. You go out, you're attached to the Marines mostly, and you provide whatever they need for whatever the situation requires, either facilities for their camp. When I was there, Saddam had blown out all of his bridges, so we had to go put sustainable bridges right over that path so the Marines could get in.
Oh, my God. I didn't even know that existed.
Well, John Wayne made a movie about it a long time ago that wasn't even in color.
What was it called?
John Wayne and the Fighting Seabees.
Wow. So it was a documentary?
No, it was all acting. It was pretty corny. And we were required to watch it when we graduated from our school. Which
Oh, my God.
It was nap time. Yeah, they're like, it's a movie. Nobody sleeps. They're like, oh, okay. And then they left and we all just crashed.
That's so weird. That's like having to watch Reefer Madness to give you drug education.
Well, if I had to watch that in high school, I was probably on reefer.
Right. I think people do watch that high if they can find it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So were you in danger over there? Did you see any fire?
There were some moments when we were putting our bridges. Saddam still had power, so we had taken on our second to last bridge project. We had taken quite a bit of artillery fire because they did not want the Marines coming in. But
right.
we don't stop working for anything.
No, you're a good man.
But
you're just a good man.
I really appreciate that, Bob.
Well,
I know on my phone call I mentioned my buddy Josh,
right,
who I had served with. He started a podcast, and he was working out of the Comedy Store there, but now he's just doing it from his patio.
Right. And his name is Josh O'Brien, right?
Correct. He's a real good guy, and
can people find his
sometimes.
podcast? Can people find that anywhere?
It's pretty much everywhere. It's called civilianization. Basically, you're becoming a civilian again.
Right.
And he talks about that whole transition process. He gets a lot of veterans with PTSD, or he talks about how to transition into VA and all that stuff. And or just go on there and tell your absolutely insane stories from when you were in the military.
Right.
But he gets a lot of guys on there, and he's been trying to get his stand-up career going. But
well, I wish him the best. Tell him I wish him the best, and I'll check him out for sure.
I will definitely do that.
Dan, I really appreciate you. You got up from the table. I apologize. Please tell your family I'm sorry to take you away, and thank you for giving me your time. I really, I don't know you. I just talked to you on this podcast, but I think the world of you, Dan. You just, you're a proud, good American. You're a human being, for God's sakes. And thank you. Thank you for doing everything you do.
I really appreciate that, Bob.
You're
I really do.
And
my
frontline human being is what you are. I mean, you're right there. Your kid. Go back to your kids. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I was going to say they watch you pretty much every day, even if they've seen the episode 100 times.
Tell them I've only seen each one once, and it was when I was there.
Yeah, no kidding. I will let them know.
Please take care of yourself and send my best to your whole family. Thank you so much, Dan.
Thank you too.
Have a good, safe rest of this crazy 2020.
You too. You too. Hang in there and watch out for them fires.
Yes. Oh man, I got a bag packed. I've had to evacuate before, so it's.
Yeah, I was stationed out there in California, and I had to live through a lot of wildfires too.
Yeah, it comes with the territory. It's just getting worse, because we have to rake those 200,000 miles of. We have to rake them. We gotta go out with rakes.
Got to get the rakes and the leaf blowers.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a dust buster out there. Well, stay well, and thank you so much.
You too. Take care.
Bye-bye. What a good person. Well, there you have it. Another episode where I get to call people, and I look at it as a privilege that people even call, leave messages, want to talk to me. And it is weird when I call, sometimes they're watching that damn sitcom from a million years ago. And I'm sending my best to everybody out there. I look forward to calling you guys again. You can look up the phone number up there, leave a message, and then I'll tell you on Twitter, Instagram, stories, or Facebook when I'll be calling you. And you know how you got to do. You know what you have to do. I can't talk. You want to rate, review, and subscribe or follow, whatever it is on the medium you're doing this. And when you rate it, give it the 5-star. I'm a Michelin podcast as far as I'm concerned because I've got a snow tire. Good night. And the other thing is you want to, a review is I love it. Bob can't get enough of me. So real. Instead of, hate that asshole. That's not good. Don't choose that option. Go positive. Let's try to go positive as we, I don't know, slide home on 2020 and stay safe and stay alive and try to believe the truth if we can find the truth, because we can handle the truth. That was the opposite of what Jack Nicholson said in A Few Good Men, which I had a girlfriend once. She liked A Few Good Men. All right, then. You guys take care. Do what you got to do to take care of yourself and, for your mental health and your health. And listen to science of intelligent people that aren't making shit up. And I'm not trying to put down people that don't believe things, because I'm just saying wake up if you can, or try to at least listen to people that are smart, that have science backgrounds and aren't trying to scare you with propaganda, because it's real, whatever it is, because we're living it. And take it easy, and I'll pick you up at 7 tomorrow morning, and we'll do some errands. All right, I'm here for you. That's such a good slogan. And there's another podcast by that name, but I'm really here for you. That's what I'll change it to. Take it easy, everybody. Mirrors, mirrors on the walls. What's the best brand that's for my balls? That's it. I didn't write it, but I believe it. Manscaped. Manscaped, of course. That's right. Hold up. Is that a nose pube? Good thing our partners at Manscaped are here to ensure you're taking care of your manhood and your nose hairs with their new Performance Package. And they're separate items. You don't go from manscaping your balls to then manscaping your nose pube. And by the way, if you have a pube in your nose, congratulations. I do have a problem. I must tell you, as I've gotten older, I've had more Yoda ear hair. I like to trim those holes. I like to trim my ear holes and my nose holes. I've had problems. I'm serious. If you're filming like I get filmed, and then it's done with a high def, and you can see all the little nooks and crannies as you blow it up on the screen, you can see the hairs on the ears or the hairs in the nose and the trees in the hole. And I don't like it. You can see it. I don't want to have ear hair, so I am groomed. I keep shaving ears and nose, and I even shave the inside of my mouth. It's painful to pull your nose hair out. You don't want to be doing that. You could cause wounds inside your nostril cavities. In your ears, don't pull those hairs out. You got to manscape them. They've got so many devices. And listen to this. Manscaped Performance Package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Included in this package is the Weed Whacker ear, nose, and hair trimmer, which is waterproof and uses a 9,000 RPM motor powered 360 degrees by a rotary dual blade system. I'm not lying to you. I used it last night, and my ears have never felt smoother. The inside of them is like a baby's something. This nose and ear hair trimmer provides proprietary skin-safe technology, which helps prevent nicks, snags, and tugs in those delicate holes. And darn, my holes are delicate. Look, fellas, I'm talking to you, fellas. 79% of partners polled admitted that long nose hair is a major turnoff. You don't want to see one of those. He loves me, she loves me not, whatever. Why not use the best tools for the job in there? This bundle includes the Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer. I use it. The best trimmer on the market for your balls, butt, and body. It's so graphic, but it works. Let's not forget their famous liquid formulations, the Crop Preserver, Ball Deodorant, and Crop Reviver Ball Toner to maximize your ball hygiene routine. If there were products and ad copy made for anybody, I'm the guy for this one. Get the Performance Package, even it's called a package. Get it now to receive their 2 free gifts, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. I have both. Hello. Also, You will receive a replaceable blade every 3 months to keep your weed whacking and lawn mowing time clean and enjoyable. There's nothing you'll like better. Being with your kids is nothing like replacing that blade every 3 months in your weed whacking and lawn mowing cleaning products. The Performance Package is the best value that Manscaped has to offer. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code SAGET20 at manscaped.com. That's SAGET20 at manscaped.com. Thank you, Manscaped, for making our holes look sexy and feel so smooth, it's beautiful. Don't forget, get 20% off and free shipping with the code SAGET20, SAGET20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code SAGET20. What are you waiting for? Go whack your weeds.